Browns QB's Breakdown. Training Camp Day 3 Highlights. Browns QB's Breakdown. Training Camp Day 3. Shedeur Sanders gets 11 on 11 snaps with twos. Berea. Browns fans got their first look at the team's four-man quarterback competition on July 25th. The third day of training camp was the first practice open to the fans. That meant their first look at Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders in action. The Browns formatted the practice to maximize fan engagement. It was the most team-focused practice of the first 3 days, lasting nearly 90 minutes. Once individual work was complete, then teams split up for red zone one-on-one drills. Flacco and Pickett worked on one end, while Gabriel and Sanders tackled the other. Flacco and Pickett alternated 2 series in the primary 11 on 11 period before Gabriel took his first series with the first unit and Sanders his first with the second group. Pickett and Flacco did an 11 on 11 walkthrough period. The modified 7 on 7 red zone period was split over 2 fields. Pickett and Flacco were on one, while rookies were on the other. Flacco, Gabriel, and Pickett concluded practice with roughly 6 11 on 11 plays each. Here's a look at what each quarterback did during these groups. Joe Flacco's highlights. He started the 11 on 11 with 4 runs, then completed a dump-off to Blake Whitehart. His only pass completion was a tackle, despite pressure from the defense. Myles Garrett tipped him off, forcing him to dirt the ball again. In the red zone, he started with 2 completions, one to Jamari Thrash and another to Cedric Tillman. The final play was incomplete, with Tillman injured in the end zone. Dillon Gabriel's highlights. He had his first 11 on 11 snaps with the first unit, scoring 2 runs. A pass play ended in a run as he was pressured. His second 11 on 11 session involved 6 plays with the third unit, including a touchdown to rookie Gabe Larvadain. He scored once with a deep out, but struggled to connect. Kenny Pickett's highlights. During his 2 11 on 11 series, he scored a touchdown on a scramble, followed by a missed pass. He hit Luke Florea on a scramble, with the receiver barely stepping out of bounds. He also received a hit on his other pass in the same 4-play sequence. Pickett's red zone highlights. He had an out route to Jerry Jeudy who couldn't come down, right before hitting DeAndre Carter on an out route for a score. Shedeur Sanders highlights. Sanders got his first work with the top offensive units in an 11 on 11 period. He rushed 2 of 2, crossing routes to Brendan Bates and finishing his series with a quick read out to Florea. The red zone 7 on 7 was challenging, though Sanders finished second with 6 plays, 3 of which were runs. Sanders' first play was a scramble on a broken play, and his best throw came on his 3rd play of the series, a deep curl to Whitehart. Chris Easterling can be reached at ceasterling@thebeaconjournal.com. Read more about the Browns at www.beaconjournal.com/sports/Browns. Follow him on X at ceasterlingabj. Browns QB's Breakdown. Day 3 Training Camp Highlights. Sanders and Gabriel. Imagine stepping into the hallowed halls of Browns training camp on a scorching summer day, where the spotlight shines brightest on the team's quarterbacks. But here's where it gets interesting. Day 3 was dedicated entirely to the rookies, Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel, who faced the media before diving into practice. Meanwhile, their veteran counterparts had already taken center stage on Thursday, sharing their insights and strategies. This dynamic day at Berea, Ohio, underscored the depth of talent and experience within the Browns' quarterback room. As we delve deeper into the performance and potential of each player, it's crucial to understand the unique qualities they bring to the table. First up, Shedeur Sanders, the highly touted rookie out of Southern California, made his mark with his sharp decision-making and strong arm. His ability to read defenses quickly and deliver accurate throws has already caught the eye of coaches and fans alike. But here's where it gets controversial. Can he maintain this level of play under the intense pressure of the NFL? Next, Dillon Gabriel, another rookie quarterback who transferred from Texas A&M, showcased his leadership skills and poise during media interviews. His calm demeanor and strategic thinking could prove invaluable as he competes for a spot on the roster. And this is the part most people miss. Gabriel's experience playing under high-pressure situations in college could give him an edge over some of his peers. On the veteran front, Baker Mayfield and Nick Mullins, though less in the spotlight, continued to demonstrate their skills and leadership. Mayfield's familiarity with the playbook and his ability to connect with receivers have been cornerstones of the Browns' offense. Mullins, with his quick release and mobility, adds a dynamic element that can really keep defenses guessing. As we watch these players evolve throughout the training camp, one thing becomes clear. The Browns' quarterback situation is as exciting as it is competitive. Will the rookies rise to the challenge, or will the veterans solidify their roles? Only time will tell. But what do you think? Which quarterback do you see emerging as the frontrunner? Share your predictions and thoughts in the comments below. Browns Training Camp 2025. QB battles, injury updates, and more. The 2025 Cleveland Browns training camp is already stirring up excitement and questions. And if you're a fan or fantasy football enthusiast, you'll want to stay tuned. But here's where it gets controversial. The quarterback competition is wide open, and the team's future could hinge on who emerges as the starter. And this is the part most people miss. Beyond the quarterbacks, there are intriguing battles and roster moves that could reshape the Browns season. Our insider Daniel Oyefusi, who covers the Browns for ESPN and has a rich background reporting on the Dolphins and Ravens, is on the ground in Berea, Ohio, bringing you the freshest updates. From standout performances to depth chart shifts, and from injury reports to cut decisions, we're tracking every detail. Wondering who's making waves in camp? Curious about which players on the roster bubble might sneak into the final 53-man squad? Let's dive into everything happening at Browns camp, and remember to check back regularly as the preseason kicks off on August 7th. Here's the latest from Browns camp. Linebacker Jordan Hicks has announced his retirement after a solid 10-year NFL career, marking the end of an era for the Browns defense. The Browns are currently sorting through a 4-man quarterback battle, featuring Kenny Pickett, Shedeur Sanders, Joe Flacco, and Dillon Gabriel. Who will ultimately win the starting job remains anyone's guess. Fans got a sneak peek at the Browns' new alternate helmet, dubbed the Alpha Dog, adding a fresh look to the team's gear. Saturday, July 26, the Browns focused heavily on red zone drills, and quarterbacks Kenny Pickett and Shedeur Sanders both impressed during team sessions. Pickett capped practice by throwing back-to-back touchdown passes in tight red zone scenarios, while Sanders connected for 3 touchdowns, including a deep strike to wide receiver Luke Floria. This kind of performance is exactly what coaches want to see when the pressure's on. Notably, rookie Dillon Gabriel continued to get reps with the first-team offense for the second day row, while Sanders worked with the second-team offense, signaling a fluid and competitive quarterback rotation. The team will take Sunday off, giving head coach Kevin Stefanski and his staff time to evaluate the quarterback situation before Monday's first padded practice. In other news, wide receiver Cedric Tillman returned to practice after missing Friday's session due to a lower leg injury. Stefanski expressed relief, saying, "I think we dodged a bullet." Friday, July 25, Kenny Pickett has been getting a significant number of reps with the first-team offense as the Browns carefully assess their quarterback options. QB's coach Bill Musgrave praised Pickett's early camp performance, noting his first 2 days have been stellar. He had one late throw that led to an interception, which is part of the learning process. But overall, his accuracy, especially on the run, has been impressive considering the time off this summer. Unfortunately, wide receiver Cedric Tillman left practice early due to a leg injury sustained during red zone drills, raising some concerns. Thursday, July 24th. General Manager Andrew Berry addressed the ongoing situation with rookie running back Quinshon Judkins, who remains unsigned amid a domestic violence battery charge. Berry emphasized that the team is still gathering facts and has not made any decisions regarding Judkins' contract or participation in camp. Judkins, arrested on July 12th in Fort Lauderdale, is one of the last unsigned draft picks in the NFL, partly due to his legal issues and the broader trend of rookies seeking fully guaranteed contracts. Berry stated, "It's too early to make any determinations."